Hello! Where? The confused Yorkshireman. I'm Frank.
I'm Ben.
I'm George.
We're going to try and make ourselves less confused by asking ourselves a couple extra questions. You know, just getting that stuff sorted. Now,
What, you got extra questions today? Or are we just doing the normal three?
There's 3 questions, more than I'm used to being asked on a weekly basis.
What do you mean? You've been doing this for what? How many weeks now?
This is
You're
the
not
8th
used to it?
episode.
I'm not used to a lot of things, George. I
Welcome
won't
to
lie.
episode 8, guys.
Is
Yeah.
this the 8th? Have we
It
done
is.
this 8 times now? Fuck.
Yes.
Well, we've not done it over the last week, not to date this episode or anything like that, but there's been some scheduling issues. But, fuck that. We know what you're here for, right? So I'm going to ask the first question. How do you guys think the modern world, as in with our current sensibilities, our laws in place, would react to superpowers? And this could be sort of your MCU style, where there's like 4 or 5 different individuals that end up with superpowers or something like that, or it's your X-Men style, where shitloads of people just randomly have mutant powers, and rather than their mutation just being they've got weird hair or they're dying, it's fire powers.
So
How do you
there's no
guys think?
useless ones like this man can turn into a chopping board.
I feel like if it's random superpowers,
Is it like Misfits?
yes, Misfits
Oh, I
sort of
forgot
like
Misfits existed.
Yeah.
Can I transform into a woman and then masturbate and get myself pregnant?
Did you remember the guy who could only control like lactose stuff?
I mean,
Like,
that's
it was like water bending, but only milk.
I feel
milk
like
bending.
I do remember him.
Yeah.
If someone drinks the milk,
Yeah,
Then he can
like even
control it when
if
it's
he ate like cheese or something, he could control it.
Didn't
inside
they
of
have
you.
like a cheese pizza and then he made them all like have fits controlling the cheese
Yeah.
inside of them?
I
do
think it
remember
made him
doing
like wrap around like their eyes to make them blind and stuff. He tried to be cool with it, but in the end, it was just milk or lactose stuff. It just wasn't cool.
okay, are you telling me if you had like a hyper-specific power, you would not be... If I had that power, I would build
but
like a whole
That guy would be a
persona around
menace to pregnant women or mums because he could just kill them at any point. He could make their chest explode.
That's
But
terrifying.
do you think it's just cow's milk like that, or is it? Do you think it's
Well,
every kind of milk?
what sort of milk does cheese
Is he controlling
use?
the
It could have been
lactic
goat's
acid?
milk.
It's generally cow's milk, though, isn't it? That cheese is made out of.
I only eat my pizzas if the cheese is made of breast milk.
Okay, we'll move on from that now.
I can't say I've ever actually had breast milk. Apart from
Not
when I
even
was
as a
like
child,
breastfed as a
George.
child, yeah. Well, not everyone's breastfed.
It's very good for a baby, apparently.
Yeah,
Like,
it passes on your mother's immune system.
like, you know, baby formula actually is like garbage for babies. Like, it's completely not good.
Why would you make a formula out of babies?
There's a lot of babies, George. Too many.
Ah,
By diluting, it's like babies concentrated, so you make your child stronger by having it ingest other children.
why didn't the Chinese do that instead of putting a limit on how many children you can have?
The funniest thing about that whole child policy... Also, we've immediately gone off topic. Immediately fucked off into the China's
It's
child
fully
policy.
started talking about misfits.
What's that got to do with breastfeeding?
Lactic acid. Like, I can follow the chain of events here. We went milk, and then George immediately went, booby. Like, that was immediately where George went with that.
I mean, yeah.
But if you had, like, a weird hyper-specific power like that, you'd build yourself around it, right?
What if it was like High School DxD where the demon lady can shoot like laser beams out of her nipples? Going back to boobies.
I haven't watched a lot of High School DxD. I think I saw
It's like the 3rd episode.
I think
How
I
would
only
you
watched...
discover that you've got that power?
You'd just be getting changed one day, and then your boobs start shooting laser beams, and you end up killing your loved one because they're watching you get dressed
breastfeeding has
weird.
happened.
Well,
oh my
then
god!
You've just
laser
killed your
beam
child.
through your child's head.
Yeah.
It'd be like in Spoilers, the boys were.
That's how they become a villain. It's the backstory.
What would the villain name be?
Laser tits.
Laser tits.
Because remember, right? No one's giving. I feel like I don't think in say this modern sort of if superpowers popped up, I don't think people would give themselves superhero names.
No.
My hero name is George.
My hero name is like no one's going for that. You're getting your full like.
Yeah, but there could be a hero like society thing. Like My Hero Academia, where you have people who want to be heroes, and then you've got the people who are just like, I've got superpowers and I want to use them how I want to use them. But
then, how would you get to that point? Because I think in My Hero Academia, there was the whole age of vigilantism. And heroes as a profession came about after that, basically to try and regulate the fucking ridiculous amount of superpowered vigilantes. And I feel like it would be very easy if people had superpowers to cause massive amounts of property damage, and then public opinion is immediately against the superhero.
Yeah, I feel like if I just got superpowers, I wouldn't be like chill with them. I'd just be like, well, I can do what I want now. I've got superpowers.
It depends on the power, really.
You're immediately going villain.
Well, I disagree with a lot of things in the world, so why don't I make that change?
Oh, okay.
Because I am correct, and everyone else is wrong.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I would be a villain. The thing is, I'd be a villain just because I'd get so fed up with the world. You get fed up of saving something that you just, like, don't believe in. Do you believe in the world?
So you're straight up, like, immediately jumping to disillusioned hero. You're like,
yeah, I'd be like, yeah, we need to change this, boys. We need to be more happy. There should be no more sadness in the world. How do we erase sadness? We kill all the sad people.
Okay, you've immediately got mad. You immediately got mad with power.
No, I don't know what I'd do, honestly. I feel like I don't know. Oh,
it's a lot of responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility.
It depends. Is it literally everyone gets a power, or is it just a select few?
Well, you could be quirkless.
I feel like we should just nick Hero Academia's premise. I kind of want to nick My Hero Academia's premise just because I fucking love that show. But
I just want to talk about it for half an hour so Ben sits there confused and they're like, you know what? Maybe I should watch My Hero Academia. I could watch the first season in like 5 episodes and then I'll be hooked.
Yeah. But he won't, ever.
Animes for kids.
I've never said that.
Isn't that right, Ben?
I've never said that.
Anime is Boku no Pico.
We don't talk about that, Frank.
That's such an old meme as well. So
I remember being sit in a A-level physics lesson and the guy next to me was like, have you seen this? And it's Boku no Pico. And then we sit there for 20 minutes watching Boku no Pico under the desk. All of it, including uncensored Boku no Pico.
That's a risky moment. Because as soon as anyone looks over your shoulders and like sees what's going on there, they're like, why are they watching?
Oh no, I wasn't that popular in sixth form, so it was just me and this guy just sat on our own on a table. There's like rows of tables. You had like the groups on each end of and there's just me and him sat in the center.
Is it? You've told me this story, haven't you? That I think I know who it is. And,
I don't want to disclose their
makes sense.
Confidentiality.
Oh.
It was the one where they're in the car and it hits the car roof.
I've not actually watched it.
You've not actually watched it?
No, it's a joke.
I feel like we should stop talking about this.
Yeah, let's still talk about this.
Yeah.
He has the ice cream in the car and he just wastes all the ice cream by dropping it. Sad times.
Oh no, the ice cream! What a
if
shame.
only Lactose Man was there.
Yeah, Lactose Man! He could have saved the ice cream! What if, like, it's lactose-free?
Oh.
Is there lactose-free ice cream?
I think that's how it was in Misfits, because Lucas... I can't remember if that was his name. He was lactose intolerant, so he had lactose-free cheese, and he saved the day because he couldn't like make him go brain dead by wrapping his brain in cheese.
Surely you just carry a bottle of milk with you, right? As like your combat style.
You'd be like Gaara from Naruto, but instead of Jara sand, it's a jar of milk.
How off? Oh wait, you can control cheese, so it could be off milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that's got dairy in it, it can control.
Crystallized milk. He throws milk crystals at you.
Oh, okay. You think about that though. If it's like hardened, like dairy something, as long as it's got enough dairy content. If it's like really hard and sharp, those are fucking mind controllable shurikens, which is rad as fuck.
Remember when they like used to like throw cows' carcasses into castles in a siege to like spread disease? He doesn't need the catapult. He just lifts up a cow and throws them at people.
That was my favorite.
From the others.
Yeah.
My favorite thing in Medieval 2 was targeting enemy units with just cows in the open field. Like, not like throwing them into the siege walls. I'm just hitting you with a cow, and then they get hit with a demoralizing effect because they've just been shot with a cow. Like, how many cows did my men bring with them? I fucking love Medieval 2. If you ever... you'd all love Medieval 2. I
played it briefly.
it's fucking great. Fuck Milan. That is one thing I've learned. I hate the Milanese. That's what that game made me angry towards Milan.
I don't know where Milan is.
It's like it's sort of like on the Italian
northern
border.
Italy.
Oh, I think I do know where it is.
It's not on the boot. It's on like the.
I
bit
do know where it is from playing CK.
Yeah, my knowledge of the map of Europe is from Medieval 2. I cannot tell you where Belgium is. But
Anyway, so we've got people that have
With
superpowers. We've got
Yeah.
Milkman.
So is it
Milkman
everyone gets powers, or is it just
I feel like
random
it's like
amount?
what percentage of the population would be enough that you can't like just
80%.
80% is what it is in Hiraka, but I feel like
I know, that's why I said it.
Big
I'm bringing
number.
it back up.
I'm thinking like 10%, 50.
Even 1% is still like a million.
1 in every 100. That's fucking ridiculous, actually. But I feel like is that enough that people won't just kill them all? Like,
I mean,
How
it
do you
depends what
kill
powers they've got.
Yeah.
that's true.
What
So,
if it's
like,
Magneto?
What if one
How
of
do you
them
kill
just
Magneto?
Superman?
if
or
one guy
Superman.
just... Imagine being the guy who looks out and gets Superman, and then Milk Guy stood next to you, like, also on the Avengers, and you're like,
But what you don't know is Superman's favourite food is cheese.
oh my god, Superman just keeps eating cheese.
What if it's like Homelander in The Boys? He loves milk.
Ugh.
Yes, he does. Yes, that is true. Homelander loves milk and Nazis, apparently.
Milk and Nazis. Oh, the duo. What you need to be happy in life. Then again, Homelander wasn't very happy. Yeah.
Really? I'm surprised.
And spoilers, the Nazi didn't make him happy. She kind of ruined him a little bit.
Are you telling me the Nazi was a bad person, Joe?
You know what? The Nazi was a bad person.
I am fucking shocked. I thought they would have been lovely.
Hmm.
Let's say like 1% of the population gets superpowers.
Is it all
very-
dotted around the world in like every country?
It's
I
population.
think Yorkshire should get more because we're
population
Yorkshire.
dynamics. It's purely random happenstance, so just by population dynamics is how it'll work.
Okay. Well, this means ISIS has superheroes now, or super powered people, not heroes.
Well, how big is ISIS? What if ISIS is actually really small and they end up with no superheroes or people with superpowers? I'm not going to call them heroes
We'll
or
call them
villains.
supers for now.
Supers,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll use the Incredibles logic. I mean, hopefully they get like the shit ones, right? Because if they get
They
Superman,
get Milkman.
yeah, well, even then, Milkman's.
I don't want to go up against Milkman, even if I have a superpower, because I like my dairy products.
Like,
Well,
how
what's the
long?
shit superpower?
I'm drinking a coffee right now. Do you know what's in this coffee? Milk.
How long do you have to go without eating dairy before the dairy's out of your system?
Oh, I don't know.
Because like that means if I've got enough prep time, I know I can fight Milkman.
I guess it depends on which dairy product.
But Milkman has like a fucking powerful assassin. Milkman could assassinate fucking a lot of world leaders.
What's the range on his milk powers? Why are we spending like 20 minutes talking about
I know.
Milkman?
I like
it was in
Milkman.
one episode of the Misfits.
Milkman is power. I'm gonna roll a D12.
You see, Ben, this
That's
is
how many-
why me and Frank watch My Hero Academia, because you can just take one random power and talk about it for hours.
Okay, I rolled 2 dice and he could hit from 83 meters away with his milk powers.
That's
Okay.
quite some range.
That's quite good. Like, I won't lie, Milkman is getting more and more powerful. It's a shame that he's part of Daesh. But like,
Anyway, Ben, you were talking about ISIS. Go on.
Oh, I'm saying like, what would happen if ISIS had the supers?
Well, it depends
feel
what sort of super. If they had extendable rocket launcher arm, man, we might be in trouble.
I think just most powers would be in trouble.
yeah, a lot of powers. Do you know there's a random superpower wiki? But there's the superpowers wiki, and then you click random page, and that's the superpower. That's the idea.
I'm gonna see what my superpower
I
is.
like when you both immediately went to go back. I did this before. I got sand manipulation, which I quite like.
What is it? Random superpowers?
So you just type. So you go to the superpowers wiki, and then you just click random page.
Superpowers. Okay. Where's the random page button?
It's up in.
Oh, look, there's an ad for My Hero Academia.
I got the ad for.
Invincible.
I got an ad for the World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade. So like,
Oh, that's also the.
Where's the random?
it should be there. Where the fuck is it? Give me a sec. Oh,
Oh, if you scroll down, there's like 3 buttons. There's random power by type.
They don't have just all powers.
I
Fuck,
don't
they've
know.
changed the layout of this.
This is good for the podcast.
It's okay. Frank's editing. He can just cut this bit out until we find the random button.
But yeah, the superpowers wise, I got sand manipulation. I remember this in high school, and I like fully like had this concept of what I do with that power. So the idea is, like Gaara from Naruto, I would carry the fucking big tub of sand on me. But right, I have telekinetic control over sand. The bottom of my shoes, I'd have like trainers on, and you know, like the sort of the pockets they've got in there on like Nikes and shit.
Yeah.
I'd fill that with sand because now I can fly
Well,
just by
Yeah.
telekinetically moving my shoes.
see, like my Nikes, I've cut them open, drained the air, and filled it with sand.
Yeah, and then I can.
So now I
fly.
can fly.
That'd be sick, though, right?
Yeah, but how would you like balance that? Because if you've only got like 2 points of sand, then what if you fall upside down? You're now being like dragged along by your sand shoes.
I think I had somewhere in the gloves, like of my suit.
Why don't you
that,
just encase yourself in sand and then just move that?
It's coarse and irritating. It's still got,
Well, you can
no-
control it. It doesn't need to like get every.
Yeah,
It's
but
not going to be like I hate sand. It gets everywhere. It's going to be like you can control where it goes. It's not going to be like you're not going to find it in your shoes the days after, unless
Yeah,
you
but
know
it's
you've
still
drained the air from your shoes and
It's still
made
gonna
it
feel
into
weird
sand.
on my skin. Like I need sand pockets on my suit to like give me that maneuverability.
I can't find this. I want to know what my super.
Okay.
My
Do you know
random-
my power is? I found the random button.
Nobody found it.
Mine is field manipulation.
Fear manipulation.
Field manipulation. It's like
Oh,
can manipulate like the magnetic field of the Earth or gravity fields.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
I'm over here with sand powers. And you're like, I'm gonna
And
fuck
to
with
make you
gravity.
go.
Yeah, fucking go bye bye.
Yeah, but you can make your sand hold you down.
Yeah, what?
Does it
Where's
beat
the
gravity
recipe?
though?
I
If I can manipulate gravity, can I make the gravity stronger?
Oh shit! So you keep me in place, and I'm trying to fly, but I can't because you've just big. And then my bones snap because you've just fucking. You could just crush people.
Under
with it.
all the pressure of that sand's getting, it just turns to glass.
Oh no! Glass shards in me. That fucked. It's taking George a long time to find this. Oh,
I can't find it. I found by types.
Yeah, I just clicked on almighty powers.
Oh, so you pick from the almighty powers chart.
Yeah.
What if I pick from the
Oh, okay. If you go
psychology?
on, okay, I found a link. There's a thing that says special/random as a hyperlink. It's something that someone set up. I'll put it in recording.txt.
Yeah, I want
Yep.
a superpower. I like his question is turned into what is your superpower and why is it better than everyone else's?
Well, because I've realised with sand manipulation, if I go to the Middle East, I'm a fucking god.
True.
I can go fight Dairyman who's joined ISIS. I just don't eat dairy for like 6 months, right? Just to make sure. And then I'm just like, alright, where is he? Where's Dairyman?
I don't like this power it's given me because I don't know how I do it.
What is
Helicopter propulsion. What part of my body helicopters and propels me up?
Start
do it.
spinning my arms.
Do I just like T-pose and start spinning?
What? Are you implying it's your cock?
Well,
Do the windmill.
the little video image it has for it. Have either of you played Fire Emblem?
No.
Which one is it? Fire Emblem Fates Birthright. It's got the sister from that, and she like does a spear helicopter.
So you could spin. So it's the hands. So you've just got really fast spinning hands, right? And
So I
you've
pick up
worked
a
out.
stick, and now I'm a helicopter.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but Ben can control magnetic fields.
And gravity fields, there's any kind of fields.
So that's like the range of powers we're working with. We've got garbage, mid-tier, and we've got god tier over there. Now, I'm convinced that immediately the media will be put to use against anyone trying to use their superpowers for anything, right? Because as soon as someone tries to be a superhero, they're going to get branded a vigilante, which they technically are.
Well,
Like,
what if they're not doing like stuff? What if they're just
What
living
if
the
they're
daily
all
lives?
in
but
the
using
police force?
superpowers?
oh,
How
put
would
all
you
the
enforce that? How would you enforce to get someone with a superpower to work for you?
I guess if you
But what if they're already working in the police force and suddenly wake up with powers? Can they use their powers in their job?
So you're saying that you give supers an option to join the police?
No, I'm
they wanna use
saying
their
if they're
powers?
already in the police force and then they wake up one day and they get the powers.
I guess they would probably just. Would they? I guess they'd use their powers to just assist the job.
What
Oh,
if they're
God.
already in a secret cult that worships Cthulhu?
What if the people in the army wake up with powers?
Oh, they're
Um,
immediately getting put in special forces, right?
Yeah. I
Like,
reckon
you
that
could-
they get
Surely you need to
dissected.
train with your power. You don't just get your power and you're adept at using it. It's
I
like
assume
if my power was I grow gills, how do you learn how to use gills?
to drown.
You're just like, well, I've got to learn how to breathe using my gills that I've never had.
But I guess it's training, isn't it? It's like getting used to it. Like if I had sand powers, I'd have to get used to being able to control that sand. And Ben would I'm assuming Ben, if he has the power to
Ben
manipulate,
just inverts it and destroys the world, and that's the end of humanity.
like if Ben flips like the magnetic poles of the planet, doesn't he just like fucking EMP everything?
Well, we'd all get radiation damage. 'Cause
Oh
that's
man,
what-
sick. Ben can give everyone on the planet cancer.
Yes.
We're all sterile. Oh
I feel
no!
like Ben as a super villain would be top priority to kill.
Ben
I'd
can
be like,
fly.
that guy can turn into a helicopter. How funny. He's like a shit transformer.
Ben can fly by just changing the gravitic fields around him.
Yeah.
I'm having a lift.
I think I've won. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Ben's terrifying. I'm hoping Ben either just continues his regular day job. I'm hoping Ben just continues doing his regular life and is like, yeah, I've got these godlike powers, but I just use them.
I can
Just
put
think how
these
easy it
dots
is to
together
lift
using
things.
my magnetic powers.
I could
Oh my
lift
God,
doors on my own.
You could really expedite the door process. That is true. Oh, but
I could probably never get shot as well because I can just make the gravity go really heavy, in front of the bullet.
how fast do you
Straight
reckon
to
you
the
lift it?
Don't
I
know.
reckon that'd require a lot of training, right?
What happens the one
Yeah.
time you accidentally make the gravity you're in really strong and then you just crush yourself?
Well, then I'd be dead, so.
Oh, the perfect. My superpower is the perfect way to kill myself.
I can insta-give myself. Wonderful.
It's like what we were saying yesterday with Hellish Rebuke. If you cast Hellish Rebuke on yourself and then you damage yourself, does it proc on you and just kill you?
I guess. Like if you like stab yourself, then cast Hellish Rebuke, you do hit yourself, which is
Yeah.
an interesting choice.
So Hellish Rebuke then sets you on fire.
Yeah. You shouldn't
Yeah.
have stabbed yourself, should you? Fucking dum-dum.
This
But I reckon...
is a Dungeons & Dragons spell, by the way. Anyone didn't know?
sorry. So, if we... How many superpowers, though, beat gun?
Moving
Like-
faster than the speed of gun.
Yes, but, like, then someone just fires a lot of bullets at you. You can't dodge all the bullets.
But what? Why would a villain
Probably could.
or a supervillain stand there and let a firing line like queue up in front of them? Why wouldn't they just kill them before they get that firing line up?
Yeah, but no one ever lets a firing line pop up around them. That's not how...
Well,
Fights happen.
that's how firing lines work. You don't really get a choice. They just sort of.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if this villain... So say you're a superhero, right? In Britain, you're less likely to be fighting guns, right? You're most likely there's someone with knives. There might be the occasional gun. If you're a superhero in America, you have to be bulletproof or you're garbage.
Well, you could just be good at not getting shot.
Yeah, you have to have a bullet plan in America.
You could just have like mind control, and then no one's ever going to shoot you because you just control them.
Mind
How do you
control's
have a
not-
gun? Aim your gun at that person, not me.
How would the legalities work of say I was living in the UK and I had a power that had lethal force. I could shoot a firebolt from my fingers. I'm constantly armed.
Yeah, but with that perspective, everyone can deal lethal force. If I went out and I punched someone hard enough in the head, I could kill someone. But why would I go out and punch someone really hard in the head?
That is weird to think about. We could all...
Or
There's nothing-
everyone is capable of killing another human being. Unless you're unable
Don't
to
say that.
use your own body, say if you're in a coma or if you're in a... I don't know the correct term for like a vegetated state.
I believe it is vegetative state.
Okay.
I'm unsure if that's correct. Let me
You
know.
know
if
what I
we
mean?
get
Unable,
cancelled.
if you're paralyzed, unable to use your body.
Well, there's a difference between being paralyzed and being in a vegetative state. Vegetative state
Yeah.
is like
It's like
complete uncontrolled, like a coma, basically. Whereas
Yeah.
paralyzed is you're still capable of like thought.
Well, it depends what part you. If your brain's paralyzed but your body's good, is that possible? I feel like that's just a coma.
Okay, if your brain's paralyzed but your body's good, guess what's controlling the movement of your body? It's your brain.
Well, no, you just
So-
have like. Do you like when you cut fish after it's freshly been killed and it's like still flaps about because it's still got like the electronic impulses in its muscles?
Yeah.
It'd just be like that constantly. You'd just be like an abnormal Titan from Attack on
You do
Titan
that with
running
a
around.
person.
But if you killed a person, well, if a person dies, there's still twitch and stuff. Not that
Yeah,
I
it's,
know
it's
someone
like
that killed
it's
a
like a
person.
headless chicken. If you
'Cause
cut off a head of a
still-
chicken, they'll still run around for a bit.
I've
there's
never
still-
killed a man, so I don't know. But like,
Have
if
you
I
ever
like,
seen a dead man?
like, if I was dead, right, and you guys like attached electrodes to my body, could you like puppeteer me like that?
You could
Yeah.
control muscles by like sending
Yeah.
So even if I
electrical-
die, we can keep the
Yeah.
podcast going.
I don't know how we'd like program a way for the electricity to make you talk.
I mean, it'd be possible though, right?
We'd need
'Cause
to pump air into your lungs, and then
It's
get
possible.
your
well, you only need this part of me for the video.
Frank. Please don't die.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying my fucking best.
If you got some dark thoughts, Frank, just think I'm here for you.
I was more like, there could be a car accident one day.
Yeah, yeah.
It could
Yeah,
just
but
happen.
who do you get in a car with most? Me and Ben.
I sometimes get in
True.
with other friends of ours. Some of
Yeah,
them.
You
but-
don't have other friends.
More than 3 times a week.
No, you're right. You're right. And I trust your guys driving, so
Who do
Though
you
I
trust
have-
more?
Oh,
I'm
come
not,
on,
I'm not putting that in. I'm not putting that in. Okay, your car's nicer. Like, I know if there's a car accident, I'll live in your car, where if there's a car accident in Ben's car,
Right, then
I'm
George can pick you up and take you.
I'm just saying, your car's crumple zones include me, Ben. Whereas, like, Like,
I had a dream that someone ran into my car and like it didn't even make it to like me. Yeah, I
Like-
was fine.
Okay.
I were a bit fucked. It went through. I don't know why I had a dream that a forklift was driving on the road and it went like a head-on collision. I mean, like the forks went through into the
maybe
engine.
it's something to do with your
Don't know
forklift
why.
license.
I do have a forklift license. That's a good shout. That's my superpower. I drive forklift. Oh, I remember one time it was snowing, and I just took the forklift and just started drifting around the car park in the snow. It was really fun.
That's
Yeah,
what they do for the drivers.
yeah. I remember
what I
one
like at
time
my
I put
place.
I put bubble wrap all over the floor and I drifted on it, and I nearly the forklift nearly fell over with me in it. It was
That
so
would've
scary.
been-
Like the bubbles like literally lifted me off of the ground, and I had no traction at all, and it started going on, and then it landed again. Scary. Don't do that. If you're ever up in a forklift, don't put bubble wrap on the floor and then drive over it really fast and turn. It's scary.
I mean,
I didn't think that needed to be explained, but I guess that is fair.
You see, you think people would stop me from doing this. My colleagues were stood next to me cheering me on, and my manager was watching, and they thought it was hilarious.
Oh.
anyway, back to superpowers.
So, are
I
you
think it'd be
reckoning
dystopia.
it would immediately go? It would immediately be the boys. It would immediately be fucked.
Yeah, I think it'd be worse than the boys because in the boys, they all think they're superheroes, don't they? And it's
That's
just in
true.
America.
Oh, it's just in America that it's happening in the boys. I can't remember.
But in the boys
Yeah.
don't like the
I
Middle
mean,
East.
spoilers. It was all the superheroes are created with using like some serum injected into his
Yeah.
babies.
I remember this.
Yeah, and then some people in the Middle East got a hold of it, which is why the terrorists have superpowers now.
Wasn't it that the Nazis made that serum originally as well?
Yeah, which is spoilers for season 2.
Yeah. Don't watch season 2. It's rubbish anyway.
It wasn't that
It's not season 1.
bad. Yeah,
What if-
so
what if this
I
has
think
already
it'd be
been done?
worse than the boys.
You'd reckon
'Cause
people
I,
would
I don't
immediately.
think everyone would be trying to like fight crime. They'd all be using it to get personal
Yeah, but-
gain. I think.
People would just go about it at the daily lives like, oh, I've still got to make money. Let's just use my superpower and just get money. Let's just live a happy life.
I feel like
I think it all
as
depends
soon as-
on what superpower they get.
that's true. Like
If
as
they get
soon
one
as,
of the major ones, then they're just going to go for personal gain.
as soon as like someone who's a bit of a cunt gets Ben's field manipulation, society breaks down.
Well, then you get them to eat cheese and Milkman finishes them off.
No, Milkman's in ISIS. He forgot. Milkman's in ISIS.
Milkman lives on Earth, therefore he identifies Ben as a threat.
That is true. What are you implying? That we'll team up with ISIS to fight Ben?
If that's what it takes. If Ben gets field manipulation, decides he wants to destroy the world, I'm sorry, Ben, but I think we're going to have to stop the podcast.
Oh, what? Me and you with sand, and you with your fucking
I mean-
rotating fucking helicopter parts.
How would
How
you
are
stop
we
me?
gonna
though? 'Cause
deal
I
with
can
it?
just change gravity like straight away.
What, so you'd hold us hostage and make us do the podcast? Like, you're not leaving the podcast.
Man, the
By doing this
podcast views
podcast.
would increase when Ben is dictator of Earth. Like-
Yes.
I don't want to be Ben's lackey for the rest of existence.
We don't have a choice, George.
I would use my hellish rebuke powers to end myself.
So you're saying immediate dystopia. I like to have some
Yeah.
hope that society would survive.
I'd say either dystopia or the governments would get all the people with powers straight away and probably like try dissecting them and stuff
Yeah,
like
but
that.
how do you round
to
up the
make their
people with
own, like,
powers?
serum.
What if the people with powers resist? What do you do? What do you do when Magnetic Field Man resists arrests? You
That
die.
is
Oh,
true.
yeah, I know, but like you'd be able to get some powers.
But then you're pissing off the people with superpowers, which then pisses off the people that you can't get.
Yeah, and this is how villains
So it's
are
just
made.
the
What
extra.
you're doing here, Ben, is racism, but towards people with superpowers.
Well, why act like I'm doing it? I'm just saying this is what would happen.
You're suggesting this.
And now I'm saying this is what would happen.
So you think
So
the
it's an
world is
X-Men situation.
racist towards superpowers?
Ben, are you
Yes.
going to be the Magneto? Are you going to lead us to a life?
Yes.
Whenever
follow
Magneto, I think of the really old X-Men game where he says, "I am Magneto. Welcome to die."
Whenever I hear of Magneto, I remember the old X-Men cartoon where he gets tricked by the Fantastic Four because Reed Richards pulls out a wooden gun and Magneto can't control it, so he thinks he's lost his powers of magnetism, and so he lets himself get arrested. And it's just a
What?
wooden
I mean-
gun.
Smart move.
Like, he completely loses faith in himself immediately. He doesn't think, maybe that gun's not made of metal. He doesn't sense that it's not made of metal. He just goes, oh fuck, I couldn't control that one metal thing. I've lost all my metal powers.
So if I bought a water pistol from the corner shop and aimed it at Magneto, I've beaten Magneto.
Yes. Well, that's a bit in... Is it in X-Men 3 where when they're... Like, all the fucking guys on guard duty have plastic guns of, like, some weird sort of plastic firing mechanism?
I've
Never.
not seen the movie, but I know they've got like plastic guns and plastic bullets.
Because I remember Magneto's like, I will stop all the bullets. And then they fire a gun, and Magneto's just looking at his face and like, oh, shit!
Just BB guns.
It's just like, what? Fuck! They worked me out! Bastards!
What if people had like helpful superpowers like I have the power to cure diseases?
Immediately,
Yeah.
Get them in the
Someone's gonna
NHS.
immediately, someone with that power is probably going to get, like, given a massive buyout deal by some rich people. Like, as soon as someone
It
gets,
depends
like,
on
You
person.
cure cancer for me, but no one else. What, like that? Or do you think
Yeah,
they'll be
basically.
like, no, you work for my medical office now?
yeah, you work for my medical office, where we're a private medical company, and you're going to accept this deal because I'm offering you literally
Yeah, but what if it's a
billions.
good person who wants to cure the world?
Exactly.
Then-
It depends on the person.
Yeah.
That's true, but there's a lot. I feel like even if I had the power, right, to cure cancer, depending on like how much
You'd
power,
monetize
Would
curing
you
cancer.
really
Is this what
monetize
you're
it?
about
No.
to say?
I feel like if someone turned to me and went, "I'm offering you literally $3 billion," there's a moment in my head where I'm like, "It is $3 billion." Like, I feel bad about it, but someone's offering me that much. Like, there's a lot of moral character that will be tested. There's a lot of moral responsibility that is being put on one person in those situations, who is just happens to have been born with that power.
I think if you had that power, you actually helping everyone.
Yeah,
Then you'd probably be treated like a celebrity, and you probably just get free stuff anyway.
okay. If you have the power to cure cancer with a touch, are you telling me that not every religion in the world actually is just gonna go, that's the fucking Messiah?
Yeah.
Like
It
the
is
Catholics.
Jesus
Yeah,
incarnate.
but we haven't spoke about religions. They'd probably all think you were the next Messiah.
Oh my god, if you had a superpower, you could start a cult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, religions will either think of you as a Messiah or the fucking Antichrist.
Will
He's a witch burning.
polytheistic religions come back in, and they think that all the old gods from like ancient Greece and stuff who actually are just
I
people with
feel like-
superpowers?
Ancient Greece and like the Norse and stuff like that are so far gone from our like modern like faith-based cultures. Like,
Yeah, but if we had something so out of the normal, like people having powers, like if someone had lightning powers, they'd be like, oh, maybe it's Thor from the old tales.
Or they could think that they were just normal humans that had superpowers like that,
that's true.
and this is them coming back in a way.
I feel like I feel like especially in Christianity, they would probably just start referring to them as saints and stuff like that.
Yeah, like they do with every god.
Yeah.
They made every god a saint.
Okay. Rude, but yes, that's what they did do. They did go like, your gods. They're a saint. They like our god.
Yeah, that ancient Druidic Bridget in Ireland, she's a saint now.
Yeah, she's a saint. God gave her those powers.
Yeah.
You know, Jesus, born on Christmas, during the winter solstice festival that you guys have. You're now having a beer for Jesus.
So this guy in Hungary called George who slayed a dragon. He's a saint.
He's a saint of England.
Yes.
Why? At least St. Patrick did things in Ireland, you know? Like, was
Yeah,
St. George
they
ever
drove
even
away
in...
the snakes in Ireland, which is just all the heathens.
Yeah, it wasn't actual snakes. Whenever I hear that story, in my head I'm like, oh, there's no snakes in Ireland. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, because St. Patrick got rid of them all.
Yeah, but like, physical
There
snakes?
used to be snakes there.
Are
Yeah.
there snakes in Ireland? I'm looking
There
it
used
up
to be
right
giant restrictor snakes.
Giant
And
constrictor
a
snakes.
party of adventurers went through Ireland, led by
St.
St. Patrick
a level
himself.
20 cleric. Fucking...
Nah, Patrick was a barbarian. Fucking giant constrictor snake tries to constrict him. Beat my strength check. Yeah.
Ireland
Okay.
has
Are you
no
actually
snakes.
looking?
Yeah, thanks to Patrick.
What? I'm thinking straight up like the climate isn't good for them. Not one priest picked them all up and yeet them
No, he didn't pick them up. He slayed them in battle.
with his big stick. His
He used an
priest
axe.
stick. You've got this idea of St.
It's
Patrick.
easy to become a saint, isn't it? All you have to do is just colour entire species.
Well,
Oh.
what's the? I think. Okay, I think there's straight up like.
Does that mean
procedure.
I'm not even going to say that? That's too far. That'll cause trouble if I say that.
Good. Don't say it. I can tell. I know exactly what you're going to say, but we're not saying it. I think in the Catholic Church there is straight up like you have to have like 3 miracles before you're a saint, just to prove that like the first 2 weren't flukes.
No,
Okay.
you just need to generate enough piety and then form your own religion.
Rules of being a saint, and let's see whether or not a superhero could get these.
I'm pretty sure a superhero could do whatever they want if they really wanted to.
Okay, you can't become a saint until 5 years after your death. You have to be a servant of God. You have to show proof of a life of heroic virtue. And then you have to verify your miracles. Your miracles have
How
to
do
be
you verify your miracles when you're dead?
Don't know! I'm pretty certain the Catholics just go, fuck it, we decide. You're a saint now. At no point does it say, though, that you have to be of a certain Christian denomination.
It says you have to be a man of God.
Yeah, but, like, you can make the argument that, you know, there's many people that follow the Abrahamic God.
Yeah.
As long as you're a man of the book and not a filthy heathen.
Heathen.
Yeah.
Heresy. As long as you follow Horus himself.
No, don't follow Horus.
Can you tell I don't know the 40k law? I just know Horus Heresy because it's the name of an entire part of it.
But
Space
so
Marine has big
immediate
guns.
dystopia, then.
Yeah.
Okay,
I do.
George, what do you think?
I think they'll start the Spartan or Space Marine program to make superhumans to fight off the superpowers.
Okay,
So then you have big orc power man being slayed by Space Marine man.
Is this just because you just thought about Warhammer and now it's on your
Yes.
brain? Okay,
Well, I was thinking if they were like super villains and the superheroes weren't enough, what would you do? You'd breed your own superheroes.
Oh, so immediately it's government creating superpower programs.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying
it'd be
about
like the Spartan
governments.
program where you
Yeah.
take children and replace them with themselves that die a few hours later, and then
the
just
Spartan clone things, yeah.
the Spartan clone things, and then just raise them to be superheroes, and then the next generation you have a government-controlled system. You know, smart people would do that. Control the world with superpowers.
This
It's
is
like
what I was saying
controlling
with
the world with
governments.
money, but with superpowers.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Well, what do you think then, Frank?
I have hope that society would survive and we'd have some kind of like...
Wait, did he just say he has hope in society?
That's the
Have you
first
been on the
thing that-
internet recently, Frank?
Oh, God. I like to hope
I
that
am
society...
furry man.
Oh no! Furry man! Fuck it! We don't want superpowers. Burn it. Burn them. Burn them all.
Hey, I've got no against furries.
I don't want
Furries,
furry
you're quite
man food.
nice. I've met a few furries.
We saw a
There'd
furry
be so much more
defer.
porn.
We did see a furry default once. What was that about porn, Ben?
There'd be so much more porn if people had superpowers.
Well,
like-
you think
Already a
people
lot
would
of porn.
monetize their
They'd be
superpowers?
like shapeshifters who'd like change like celebrities or something.
Is that illegal? If you
I
like,
don't
could
know.
I'm pretty
shapeshift,
sure that's
right,
identity theft.
Yeah,
Like, if
but
you
if you
shift-
shapeshift, you won't be able to find them.
it would. Oh fuck! I like how you
That's the
gain the power
example
of
of a
shapeshift.
fucked up superpowered person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what happened.
you're convinced immediately fucked up people with
That's
superpowers.
actually one of the guys that's in The Boys, second season, I think.
Oh shit!
Oh
It
yeah, I
changed.
remember that when he's getting
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what happened.
so you're convinced. You have no faith in humanity. You think
Uh,
immediately. Okay, I have
So
some
I would
faith.
kill my mother figure and then get someone to shapeshift into my mother figure and fuck them. Is
I
what you're
mean,
saying.
if that's what you want to do, sure.
That's your.
I mean, I've got superpowers. I can do it.
I didn't take it that way, but
That's your prerogative. If you want to
That's
fuck
what
your
happens in The
mum,
Boys.
that's what you want to do. But I'm gonna say we don't do that. Step one. I have hope that at least some people would be good-natured enough that society wouldn't completely collapse. But apparently, I'm in the minority here.
You
I
think
think
society's stable enough to withhold superpowers?
it's managed to live for a while.
Without superpowers as a variable.
That's true, but like society didn't collapse when nukes were introduced as a variable. It almost
It
did.
very nearly did.
Yeah, but it didn't, did it? We made it through.
yeah, but you didn't give everyday people the key to nukes.
That's true, actually. Like the whole, what was the fucking thing I saw the other day? People being like, "Oh, we should give people more control over how lockdown ends," and then someone just posted the fucking Daily Mail story of the fucking guy who shoved 9 cream eggs up his ass.
Sorry,
And
what?
it's like the public can be trusted, and it's like I shoved 9 cream eggs up me bum. And it's like
Cool.
clearly the public can't be trusted.
I've got to look this up. Man shoves.
9
That's
cream eggs up his bum. That's
Is
his
this a tr-
superpower.
Oh wait, I thought you were saying this was a thing that happened.
Like
Huh.
no.
But this is
Oh,
I thought you were saying this has already happened. Sorry.
No,
I'm
9
missing
cream
that's
data.
eggs.
happened.
9
It's
cream
a real
eggs
story.
up the bum did happen.
What?
It's I can't remember which story, which fucking paper ran with it. Probably the Sun.
Florida man. Sounds like a Florida man story.
If it was it's a UK thing.
Well, you can get cream eggs in Florida, I'm sure. Maybe it came from Florida to
I don't
England
know.
and shipped
It's,
cream
it's,
eggs.
it's a Cadbury's product, isn't it?
Oh, it was a record.
A record. What Guinness World Record people are?
I don't
We
know,
need
but
to watch you shove 9 cream eggs up your bum.
Imagine
They've
like
done
two
an
people with
X-ray of it.
clipboards just watching you do that.
there's an X-ray of him. The cream eggs are intact. What?
I mean, cream eggs are quite sturdy.
Does it have the
especially if they've
file
got-
on still?
Oh, that's a point. If they got the
Oh, you
file,
don't shove foil up your bum.
You might have. You don't shove cream
You
eggs
don't
up your
shove
bum, but
cream
you
eggs up
shove
your ass.
mine.
That's step one. Right, George. Okay, George. Never shove a cream egg up your ass.
But what if I want a world record?
Well, apparently you're gonna get 10 up there.
I've
Do they
got
do
it.
halves?
Nah, that's cheating.
No, it's got to be intact. You can't have a half of a cream egg.
Okay.
What if you get the mini cream eggs and do it with them?
That's cheating.
What if I just
Fine.
shove something else up there?
What if he use Frank's Easter egg behind him?
I fit the most Freddos up my bum. I don't.
Haven't eaten it yet.
I feel
Yeah.
I feel like if you got that in, it wouldn't be intact.
You don't know how much it stretches.
I feel like
The
I feel like the egg
butthole
would
can-
give before my ass.
The butthole can stretch to, I believe, 5 inches in diameter, or is it
My
6?
superpower is that my butthole can
That's about 5
stretch
inches,
to
isn't it?
20.
It's less than 5 inches. That is true. Like theoretically, I could shove that up my ass. Did you know your butthole can stretch to 6 inches in diameter, and a raccoon can fit into things
Oh, this again.
4 inches of diameter?
What do you mean
Raccoons-
again? I haven't heard this, Ben.
He told us it at the gym the other day.
a
I did
raccoon.
not hear this.
A raccoon can crawl up your ass. And there's nothing stopping it.
Well, we've
It can
already
just do
established
that.
that hamsters can go in bumholes.
Okay, no, we're not talking about the guy in our year who stuffs a hamster up his ass. I hope that
Well,
hamster.
we're talking about it now because you just spelt it out to the audience. Frank.
Yeah.
Well, that don't know if
Is
that
it better
hamster.
that it survived or died?
I
Did it
don't
survive?
know.
I
I
don't know.
didn't ask the question. When the guy told me, I was like, "Oh, I'm leaving now." I didn't want to know more information about the situation.
Can we move
There's
on
levels-
now? I think we should wrap up this question. It's been
Okay.
15 minutes.
My superpower is shoving hamsters up my ass,
Okay.
and I think society can survive that. Ben, you're convinced society will collapse,
Yeah.
and George is convinced the government's going to make super soldiers to fight superheroes, which I think is cool as fuck, actually.
Well, yeah, because you like Games Workshop
That is
and
true.
Halo.
You've played this to me.
Your favourite Halo's Halo 4, isn't it, Frank?
Go fuck yourself.
But you were going on about how good it was last night.
No, I
You even
wasn't.
showed me a video of it.
No, I showed a video of one cool thing that happens in Halo 4. That's not the same as liking it. I will
Okay.
end you.
Well,
Okay, second question now.
Okay. Here is the second one. BFG. It's
it
George.
is me. It's not like we do it in alphabetical order anymore, Frank.
I thought
Anyway.
we tried.
Nah.
So, I feel like I'm going to sneeze, but my question is, will humans ever inhabit a planet outside of the solar system? And I'm going to mute for a second because I'm petty.
He
And I'm back.
sneezed.
Let's discuss.
I think it's possible, but
Well,
without faster than light travel, it'd have to be a sleeper ship.
Yeah, but I don't believe in faster than light travel because for things to get up to the speed of light in the first place, it's got to have no mass.
Yeah, like physics speaking, there's no way FTL travel could work.
Yeah.
depends if we can work out how to make wormholes.
I don't understand how wormholes work in reality.
So
Are they
instead of
actually
shifting
real?
the time or speed or anything, you shift the space. So you
Yeah,
make
are
the
they
distance you need to
I
travel.
think theoretically it
Are
is.
wormholes real?
I
Don't
think
you te-
Einstein came up with it and then he dismissed it because he thought it was stupid, but apparently scientists now saying that it could be possible.
Well, you're just manipulating space. It's space manipulation, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
But
does that make any sense? If Einstein said it was dumb, he's smarter than a lot of people.
Yeah, but we know more now.
Do you know that
Okay.
Marilyn Monroe had the same IQ as Einstein?
Well, yeah, but IQ's bullshit.
Have
IQ doesn't measure your
That's what someone
intelligence.
with a bad IQ says. Have you seen
I've
that
never-
video of perceived intelligence? Where
Oh.
the people in a room and they're like, "Oh, I think I'm the smartest. I think they're the smartest," and then they all do an IQ test, and it's like it's not what they think. The woman is like, "Oh, I've got a PhD. I study cancer research stuff,"
Yeah,
and then she was bottom on IQ, and she's like, "Yeah, IQ tests are just a bit. They don't really tell you anything."
yeah, they don't. That's the thing. IQ tests design one specific form of intelligence,
Uh,
whereas there's a lot of difference. But also, there is a thing about perceived intelligence: is that people that are less intelligent are more likely to be
happy.
yes, but also more likely to be convinced that they are intelligent.
Hmm. Anyway, going
So-
back to the question, the thing that I
Yeah.
find really difficult about traveling to other systems is the amount of distance. So, say if we couldn't go past the speed of light, but we could get to the speed of light, the closest system is the closest star is Alpha
It's-
Centauri. I'm not sure
yeah.
if it's got a system, and that's
It's got a system.
four and a half light years
closest-
away.
Yeah, the closest planet that could be habitable is 4.2 light years away.
So, say we can go at the speed of light, you've still got to travel for 4.2 years to get there.
Have
Which-
you heard of Operation Starshot?
No,
No.
but it sounds rad as fuck.
It's this new thing that they're building. It's pretty much solar sails.
Oh, those are sick! I love them.
Yeah, because you know when photons hit something, it moves it slightly. So
is that?
if you're in space, if you just like do a torch, you will move.
That's
just 'cause it's the way photons work.
Well, going off of that,
that's
you
fucking
could do
wild.
that.
I just want to say it's the speed that I think they can get up to with Starshot is 20 to 30% the speed of light, which is a lot faster than what we can do at the moment.
But if we
So-
take in that, we could make like a solar engine and get the sun to move us. So we just
You
move the
realise how
system to
long
another.
that takes to move the sun?
Yeah, but
So
It takes
very-
millions of years to do that.
yeah, but we
If
don't
we
have to get
move-
there fast. We just need to get there.
Yeah,
If
but
we
this
move the sun-
Starshot, if we're moving 20 to 30% the speed of light, that it'd take just one lifetime to get to the next system, which is
That
a
is
lot better
And
than
you've
the
got to have
generational
people
ships.
who are willing to live on a on like a
There
colonization
will be
ship for a
people who do
lifetime.
that.
I want to live on this ship for the rest of my life and raise kids.
As long as I'm
Yeah, no,
as long
you'd
as-
have to raise. Well,
Well, you'd have to raise kids. You'd have to raise the next generation to inhabit these worlds. You'd have to have
if
kids.
we're moving
Ra-
30% the speed of light and it takes 4 light years to get there,
Well, the only other
How
way
is
to
that?
do it
uh,
would be
it
to cryogenically freeze
times-
people.
If,
And
if
I
we're
also
saying,
don't
like,
believe in that.
well, the 4 times 3 is it that? Oh,
is that no? It's technically 4 times 33.3.
so you're on a third the speed of light, so it's going to
Yeah.
take 3 times longer to get there.
It'd be like
I'm-
3.2 times longer. Or 3.3 recurring
We'll just
times
we'll
longer.
say roughly third.
It's only
So it would take you
13.32
for-
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if that Starshot works, you can get there in 13 years.
Yeah, but that's... We get there in 13 years. Is this planet inhabitable?
I'm pretty sure it is. I
I
can't remember off the top of my head.
So,
But that's the
13
closest.
years of your life traveling to this system. This planet should be inhabitable.
Well, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know, do I?
As long
But
as we've got like a LAN network set up on
Yeah,
the
but-
fucking.
How do you communicate with them? Because how can we send a message faster than the speed of light? It's going to take 4.2 years for
That's
a
if-
message to get
That's
there.
if we can get the message there at light speed.
Yes.
Which how are we doing that? Are we having a flashing light on like
You'd
the
have
back of the
to-
computer?
You'd have to communicate in like light. It should be like Morse code, just
But-
Morse code across the system.
Yeah, but right, imagine this, right? You've accidentally fucked up and slammed the button too many times, and you're like, oh shit.
Oh, they're going to be confused in 4 years' time.
They're gonna be
Distress call 4 years later.
Oh my god, imagine being like on the other planet, setting up the colony, and then you see the distress call from Earth, and you're like, oh.
Quick, come back, we're going to die. Message received. Message logged 4 years ago. Think Earth's dead.
well, do you not just send the robots off first and then have an AI to get things ready?
Oh,
How do
yeah,
you
but
control the robots, or do you
You
just
set up an
trust-
AI so it does it.
So, how do we monitor the AI? How do we know it makes it there?
we have to just trust it.
Well,
You just gotta trust an AI.
We
Yeah.
do every day of our lives.
I don't see what your problem with that is.
Every day you're
right.
trusting an AI.
We don't know a lot about AIs.
Yeah, but we're not
You're
saying right now.
let's give an AI a planet to colonize.
But we're knowing more about AI every year, are we not?
Yeah.
So
I find it
eventually,
hilarious that we make AIs as a species, but don't really know a lot about them.
Well, it's like creating a new species, isn't it? How do you know until you've done it and then you realize how much of a mistake you've made? I'm not saying AIs are a mistake. I'm just saying we don't know how to cater
When
to another
Skynet-
race.
When Skynet eventually happens, I'm just going to assume it will. We probably deserve it as
Yeah,
a
but-
species.
What happens to humans when we create better humans and they replace us?
We live in zoos.
We living zoos, okay.
Yeah. We get to go live in the zoo. Me, and yous, we're going to be sat in a fucking enclosure trying to record this podcast while in
Whilst-
between eating nuts and berries.
Whilst the AIs stand there laughing at us. Haha, look at their little meat bodies.
Yeah, look at their monkey brain. They can't process billions of equations at once. It's like, they're right, I can't.
I'd like to see them render a video. uh, anyway,
yeah,
going back
so
to
I
question.
looked up Fox B. How about I can't say it. habitability.
Yeah.
It's in the habitable zone, the Goldilocks zone.
Yeah.
I think it's tidally locked, so it doesn't rotate as fast.
Oh.
So you'd have to live on like the edge between like day and night, just so it's
Oh.
like the right temperature. It's
So
kind of
what?
like Venus.
So when you go to bed, you have to walk to the night side.
I don't know.
You could just sleep when it's sunny.
It's I
No,
think
no.
one day
I'm going to
there.
the night dimension.
Do you know what I just thought when I said sunny? Do you know we call it sunny because we call it the sun? If we went to like Alpha Centauri, would it be Alpha Centauri instead of sunny?
I feel like we'd still call it a solar system. So it's your sun if you're living there.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
sun.
because the sun's not called the sun; it's called Sol
Sol.
or whatever.
Yeah.
We don't say
Solar.
it's Solly. No, that's. I thought I was onto something there.
Yeah,
But how,
and
how
also
far is that in light years?
what the planet
Yeah.
4.2.
I feel like though, surely with all the resources we could put into this, we could just
Yeah, but we first got to get to the speed of light, or spend generations getting there.
Well, that
I feel
star
like-
shot just takes 13 years.
I guess. But like, that's a lot of resources we're moving. Also, what if like you're like 6 years in and you're like, I don't really want to go anymore.
What if the AI you
Yeah.
have on board goes rogue and kills everyone?
Then you've got a plot of System Shock, I think. But
Yeah.
Rogue AIs is a cool concept. It's very scary though.
well, yeah, because AIs control everything around us.
That's if you give them control, or they
We
take
already
control.
Like half of the.
Does anyone
like,
have an Alexa?
I do.
No, I don't actually.
Alexa, play.
I cut my headphones on to play.
Alexa,
That'd be funny if someone's
All
listened to this podcast and they've got an Alexa. I only just thought about that. What should we tell people's Alexas to play?
Play
Add
All
stuff to
Star
wish
by
list.
Smash Mouth.
Alexa, play Boku no Pico.
Play Peace Sign from the Boku no Hero soundtrack.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, if we don't do Starshot, I think the only other option is generational ships. But I don't think
Which-
that'd work.
I
Because
don't
how are
think.
you going to convince multiple generations that they need to do this?
Okay.
Well,
okay,
what you
Ben.
do is you get one generation that's happy, and then the next generation don't have a choice because they've been born this way.
Yeah,
You just
they
indoctrinate
live
them to
there,
make them
man.
think this is life.
Like,
don't need
what
to
we
tell
need
them
to give
that
this
So
the
they
Earth
just forget
generation-
about Earth.
Yeah. And
I
then
don't
they'll
think
have
we'd
an
want
ancient library on the ship that no one knows about that has all the texts that tell them
the
about the
sacred texts.
the sacred
Uh,
planet of Earth.
This just wouldn't work.
The planet of
It would
Earth.
work.
No, because then somebody's going to find it, and then it's probably going to be like a huge rebellion on a ship or something, isn't it?
Yeah, what they're going to do? Do we turn back to Earth? We don't know how to get back. Or do we go to our destination?
I feel like
Do we
people.
kill ourselves on the ship, or do
Also,
we
I
just
feel
go
like
where
as long as
we've been told?
I feel like as long as the people on the ship have enough food and stuff like that, and aren't like having to constantly work and live in awful conditions, they aren't going to rebel. Because guess what? That's just their life, and they're just
It's a
like,
machine of making love and having kids. And then
That is
putting
true.
them
Their-
kids
their
in,
one
in
mission-
boarding school.
But what if they develop like a vendetta against Earth, and then we survive there?
Well, guess what? The fucking
Look at that.
generations of the generations of time away from Earth.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what are they going to do? Send an army
But
back
one
over the
day-
course of several generations?
Yeah, what if they develop
Do you
better
think
technology?
people care what's going to happen in generations later? Do you think, the other humans might come back in 2,000 years to kill us? I'm going
No.
to live for another 60 years.
People don't
My
give a
great,
shit
great,
about.
great, 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 great grandchildren might have to deal with them. Do you think people will care? Or do you think
People
they'll be
don't
like,
give a
oh,
shit
I'm
about
late for
global
work,
warming,
let's go
so-
to work?
Like people know global warming is happening, and they
Oh,
don't
let's
care.
not talk about global warming. That's,
Okay,
let's
all
not
the
talk.
resources we're currently putting into the space plan. Can we just try and fix global warming? That can't be our plan. Actually,
Yeah, why do we
should
want to leave Earth? Why don't we just make Earth better? Or
Just
fix
build
the
What
mistake
if,
we
Build
what if
some
there's a big
fucking
asteroid coming
solar
towards
panels.
Earth?
Then we fucked then, aren't we?
Or not if we have other planets to live on.
Yeah, but like, why is it our first play oh, we're gonna trash this planet. It's fine. We're just gonna get a new one.
Well, how do
Like
you
the-
deal with an asteroid? You can't just push it away from Earth.
Depends if I've got my field ability.
Yeah,
Your
that's it.
super.
Yeah, but in
I'm-
using that field ability, you probably destroy the Earth as well.
I feel like
No, because I can make a different like
You
planet's
control the
gravity.
magnetic fields of Earth. Does an asteroid have its own magnetic field?
No,
No,
it's
just
any
controls-
kind of field. Like gravity is its own field.
A grass field.
a football field.
Yeah, sure.
I can control the football field.
later.
Oh,
Pick up Wembley Stadium and throw it at the asteroid.
it's always coming home when Ben goes to matches. Oh.
Another problem with generational ships is that people could already arrive at the planet before the generational ship arrives.
That's if we develop like a faster machine beforehand.
Yeah, but if
Which
we
isn't unlikely.
knew that it was possible to do it, why would we bother with the generational ships in the first place? I feel like we'd use
Well,
generational
we don't
ships
always
if
know how
You're right, we
technology
don't.
advances.
We don't have a tech tree in real life.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't expect microwaves to come about, but we made like normal ovens.
Microwaves are cool. Do you know how? I've already
They were
told you
invented.
guys.
Yeah.
Well, do you know how they were discovered that they could cook things with it?
Wasn't it next to a radio or something?
In World War II, they used the radios. It was in England, the radios to detect the planes coming from long distance. And one of the people left like a peanut bar near the radio. And guess what? It melted. So they thought, oh, it must be the radio. And they created microwaves. Fun story.
And his immediate response wasn't, "I'm not sitting next to that fucking thing anymore."
Well, it's cold in England. You just got to warm yourself up a little bit
Okay,
using microwaves.
Okay, that's not warming. That's cooking.
Well,
Microwaves cook you from the inside out.
so does fire if you put it inside yourself.
I've never put a fire
Okay.
in. I've never really put many things inside me, I won't lie.
What are you talking about? How much food do you eat?
Just a couple of cream eggs.
Just a couple of cream eggs, you know.
I've
only
put
managed
many cream eggs inside of me. I've eaten plenty.
to only fit 3 up my ass.
I put a pot noodle inside myself today.
The entire pot.
I didn't eat the
wedged
pot. I
it in.
ate the contents.
It was one of those king size ones.
I
I
put a
don't-
bottle of water inside myself. I put a banana inside myself.
Unless faster than light became possible, I don't think there's any reason for humanity to bother going out
Well,
to...
what you
What if
do?
we've already colonized our solar system? We've already
Yeah, but
terraformed planets.
What,
We've done it all here.
what you do is you
possible
introduce a
possible
new
even-
criminal system, where if you're really naughty, you get put on a generational ship and shipped off to a different planet.
But that's less efficient than just prison.
Is it?
I think we would go outside the solar system at some point if we saw this is stable enough.
If
I think it would be a better idea to move the solar system.
that's ridiculous and shut up.
It's not that ridiculous. Someone designed a stellar engine.
Yeah, you
What,
can
to move
harness
the
the power
whole
of the sun
solar
to move
system?
it.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
get this like big laser thing. It takes fuel from the star, and it shoots a laser back into the star so it doesn't fall in. And the fuel that it gets from the star, it pushes it.
What? That's ridiculous. Shut up.
Yeah, and
I
over
hate-
millions of years, it'll move across the galaxy.
Yeah.
Yes, but why?
It's like
So you could just swing by the Alpha Centauri system, drop some people off to colonize it, and move on to the next system.
it's mainly for like if there's a big asteroid coming, or if wants to dodge a supernova, or like at some point the Andromeda galaxy is going to collide with this galaxy, so there's going to be stars
like-
hitting each other or getting close to each other.
Yeah, but when is the Andromeda galaxy hitting our
That's
galaxy?
going to be a few billion years, but it's more about the supernovas happening in our galaxy, or big asteroids or whatever.
It's weird to think, right? A supernova happened a couple like fucking 100 light years away could just fucking kill us.
Well, if it happens 100
I mean,
light
we'd
years
know.
away, then it will have 100 years before the light from it even reaches us.
Yeah, but guess what? Won't that be
Well,
like
it
the
happened
same
100 years ago today in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, we were.
because fire doesn't move the same speed as light.
But it'll
Yeah, but-
just be light.
Yeah, it's just
There'll be no
light
sound. There'll be no
and
destructive
radiation.
force. It'll just be light.
Would you
How
get
Which most
far
of
radiation?
it-
Yeah,
Yeah, but
would
the radiation will just get absorbed in the atmosphere.
What if it's a
Yeah,
lot?
because we've got magnetic field. What's that about?
Unless Ben fucking magnetic
Unless Ben
field.
decides he wants to destroy humanity today.
Yeah, but it'd take out satellites, wouldn't it? If they're big enough.
Yeah, but we
Oh,
just launch
fuck.
more.
Yeah, but are you telling me? Okay, if every satellite around the planet got knocked out right now, it would be fucked.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah, but
aren't we
it'd,
already
just,
at the point?
it'd be just as fucked if superheroes became a thing.
That's true. How about? Aren't we at the point where a satellite cascade destruction is entirely possible at this point?
Yeah, because
Well-
there's that much space junk.
Yeah, like all it takes is one particularly large satellite.
Just
getting
the
properly
plots of gravity.
embedded. Is that the plot?
Well, have you seen Gravity with Sandra
No.
Bullock?
No.
Oh, well, she's out there on ISS or something, repairing some shit.
Yeah.
And then one bolt hits a satellite and that breaks, and then that hits another satellite, and it's just loads of space junk just flying through the air. And it just
Yeah.
kills all the astronauts apart from her. She's just
Well,
drifting in space for a while.
Well, the thing about that happening is if that happens, and the entire fucking upper, is it lower orbit that they're all in?
Yeah, I think so.
If the entirety of low orbit is now a shrapnel field, we now can't leave Earth.
We could
I
try.
know.
But each time
Well-
you try and fail, there's more shrapnel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't, like
All we need to do is shove a big magnet in the
Yeah,
orbit.
you put a big magnet in lower orbit.
yeah, but the magnet.
I'm sure
would
that
get,
wouldn't
like,
mess with anything, Ben.
No, it'd be fine.
What happens when the big magnet falls back down?
Then we've got all our space junk back.
Yeah, we can use that to build more.
What
spaceships.
happens to
Recycle.
the magnetic field of the Earth with this really big magnet?
It's boosted it, so
It boosts.
Now we're
okay.
more magnetic. No, if the Earth gets too magnetic, then all the space junk will just fly to Earth. Just get shrapnel.
just think of all the resources.
Do you think anyone's ever thought of using the magnetic field of the Earth to generate electricity?
It's not that strong, the magnetic field of the Earth. It's
It's
quite weak.
very spread out. Funnily enough, because it covers the entire fucking Earth, it's quite spread out.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Otherwise, every time you picked up anything of metal, you'd be like, "Oh fuck, it's just slammed to the ground again." I need to go try and. Oh fuck.
It just shoots the North Pole.
Do you guys think cryogenic freezing is possible? Going back to generational ships.
I don't know.
It
It's
has
the-
happened with mice.
It's the
Yeah.
antifreeze that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. I would say we did have a little discussion on this the other day.
Yeah,
didn't we?
explain it again, because I remember the antifreeze
So-
is the issue. I can't remember what the
There were some experiments in the 70s or 80s where they froze mice, and then it turns out in the end that microwaves were fast enough to defrost them or defreeze them, whatever you want to call them, without killing them, and they could be resuscitated. So they actually cryogenically froze mice and then resuscitated them. I'm not going to say brought them back to life because they never really died. They were just sort of in a state of undeath, like
I mean-
Nagash himself,
the great
the
necromancer.
supreme lord of undeath.
Yes.
But the thing about humans is they're a lot bigger than mice. So when you're freezing them,
That
you
is
need
true.
to also put an anti-freezing agent in them as well. Else your body, because when things freeze, they get less dense, so they expand. So all the cells in your body will expand. So obviously, when you defrost yourself, everything's expanded. It's just been destroyed by freezing it. So
Yeah.
you need to put an anti-freezing agent in there to stop it from expanding. But you can't infuse that with the cells fast enough before the freezing kills you. So by freezing yourself at the moment, you just die. So even if you defrost yourself, you're just defrosting a corpse.
That's fair. So
Yeah.
if you had an anti-freezing agent that wouldn't fucking just kill you,
Well, it's not that we don't have one that doesn't kill us; it's that we can't get it to act fast enough before you're frozen because
But what if
the humans are too large.
what if, there was
If
a-
you chopped yourself up into smaller pieces, I suppose it would be possible.
so
But
so
you'd
there's
have to
just a
cut
head.
yourself. We know it works with mice. My head is bigger than a mouse. So
How
how
much
much
bigger?
would we have to cut ourselves up. We have to cut the brains into sections and then like put
I
them back
think people
together.
have frozen their brains.
Yeah, but like, have they anti-frozen properly? There's a lot
No,
of people
because
that.
they're waiting for technology to get better to do that.
Yeah, but like the brain is still frozen, so the brain has still
So
become
we have a generational ship, but it's just got a lot of frozen brains on there.
It's
And they're
just
just
like the
dead.
heads from Futurama, or just those heads.
I feel like that's. But also, why do they have? Okay, in Futurama, this is a little bit of a criticism of Futurama's world logic, right? So it's shown that the heads can just be put on robot bodies by President Nixon.
Yeah.
So, why don't all the heads just have that?
Because you want to enslave the heads. You don't want
That-
to just give them bodies.
That's true.
That
I
would be
guess.
too much of a right for just a head.
That's-
Heads don't have rights.
But remember that Nixon could run again because no
This is a
body
new
was
body.
allowed to run because he didn't have a body.
What if we manipulated time to travel to other places?
Okay, if we get time manipulation, then I think fuck it, everything's open to us, isn't it?
What if we just invent the TARDIS? Then we can go wherever. You can go wherever in space and time.
Well, I think that's just
Yeah.
beyond the scope of the
I
generation.
don't think that's likely.
I think with our current
Why
knowledge
not?
of physics,
We've had like 14 doctors now, so why can't we do it?
Because they're different species.
that's true. They are the Time Lords.
Yeah, but they bring humans along. What if we just have a human have a baby with a
They
doctor?
never last
and then-
long, though.
That's true.
Well,
What if
would
they
you
just
last
nick
long
it?
with the doctor?
Probably not.
What if, like, imagine like there being one guy on the TARDIS?
Yeah,
who
what
just keeps writing
happens?
shit
What happens
down?
to the doctor when the TARDIS gets nicked?
That's happened in multiple episodes.
Yeah.
How does he get the TARDIS back?
The
I can't
TARDIS
remember.
is like mentally linked with him. So
The TARDIS is
she
also
always
a woman.
tries and comes back.
The TARDIS is a lady.
Yeah.
It's been a
No,
long time since I've watched.
My
Doctor
favorite
Who.
line of that entire episode where the TARDIS becomes a woman is where the Doctor goes, "That's my TARDIS, and she's a woman." And then Amy goes, "Did you wish really hard?"
Since you said Amy, I'm guessing that's the young Doctor, whatever his name
Matt
is, Matt
Smith.
Smith. Yeah, I didn't watch that one. I stopped after like halfway through David Tennant.
I liked Matt Smith.
Matt Smith was a good Doctor. The problem is a lot of the writing in his episodes was and then Peter Capaldi, the writing was
I liked
And then-
Capaldi, but the writing in the episodes were
yeah.
bad.
You know
I
who
could-
I liked?
Who?
Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah,
Oh.
they were decent.
It's
He
good.
was just a funny Doctor.
Do you know why that is though? Russell T Davies, fucking the writing on those episodes is great.
I'll never forget the first episode of Doctor Who after like the old ones, where it's there's a strange man in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. I'm wearing a dressing gown. Yes, you are. Anything could happen. No. Like,
Well,
I'll
that's the
always
writing.
remember that.
That's the writing there. Russell T Davies, genuinely.
Yeah, but there's something about Chris Ferguson's northern accent.
Yeah,
as well.
it's great. It's great delivery, but there's only so much you can really do as an actor when the lines you've been given are garbage. Like,
I think I'd make
fucking-
a good Doctor.
nearly all of the actors I fucking have a deep respect for. Well, I'd say all of them actually. I have a deep respect for everyone who's played the Doctor. They've all done well. Like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, like in that first episode, like I'll admit
I've watched
only
that
saw-
first episode and I didn't
I
mind
watched
it.
the first one, and her performance was fucking stellar. The writing of the episode, though,
Yeah. I hated all the episodes of hers just because the story was so bad.
yeah, and it's like it's of no fault of her own. Because like I liked the way she performed, because it felt like a blend of Matt Smith and Tennant. Like it felt kind of like a bit of both of that, and she's putting her own bit in there, and it worked. I liked it. In my
you
opinion,
know her companion as well,
she has like 5, doesn't she?
the woman.
Yeah,
We know her.
you know.
Do
She used to work for Mum and Dad.
Oh,
Oh.
cute.
Yeah. So it was weird to see that.
In my opinion, what they should have done with the first female Doctor is, you remember how there's that whole bit where the Doctor's like, "I want to be ginger," and he's not ginger, and I wanted him to get up, be a woman, but ginger, and the whole episode is just her being like, "I'm ginger, guys," and not mentioning that they're a woman at all, and just being like, "I'm so hyped to be ginger," just because Time Lords don't give a shit about gender. Because if your like fucking whole body swaps every regen, right? But if you're married to a Time Lord, you stay married throughout
As
regions.
long as you've got
right?
all your fingers and toes, you're fine, right?
Yeah, like if you're married to another Time Lord and they regenerate into a different biological sex, like
You
the
know what
Time
I
Lord.
just thought, and they'll never do this. Imagine if they did a quadriplegic doctor, and they just regenerated, and they had.
I feel like the regeneration system doesn't let you become quadriplegic.
Well,
Yeah, because David Tennant's hand got cut off and he just regenerated it.
Yeah, but one of
Yeah.
the regen things, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Matt Smith when he like literally counts his fingers. Oh, I've got all my fingers and stuff. So they can generate with missing limbs, I guess.
I guess that's gotta suck,
Hmm.
right? Imagine being the fucking doctor who just wakes up and he's only got fucking one leg. It's like shit. It just didn't grow.
What, no arms and one leg.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fuck. I guess I gotta
that'd
go
be
for another
interesting though. I'd
regen.
like to see how
Did-
that doctor solves problems.
Did you all think the Time Lords would be making like really cool prosthetics
Oh,
with their
that's true.
technology? Like
Well,
a
they'd be
sonic
okay.
arm.
We've jumped into Doctor Who lore. We've just jumped into Doctor Who lore.
You get a doctor with no legs and he has the sonic wheelchair. Like, I don't mean any offense in saying that, but that would be the coolest thing in the world. The sonic wheelchair. Come
No,
on.
because then the Master would have a laser wheelchair. Laser screwdriver, much cooler than Sonic. And I'm like, fuck off, you prick. Oh.
I'd watch that. I think that'd be funny. I'm not saying people in wheelchairs are funny. I just want to clarify that.
Okay. Stop digging the hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut up.
I don't think, unless we get faster than light travel, I don't think we're gonna bother leaving the
Well,
solar system.
I disagree with that. I think humans just like exploring anyway. So if we've already done all the solar system, we're obviously going to go to the next one.
Okay. I feel like it's a lot of fucking time.
Yeah, but
I
also
think the
like
Time Lord will decide that we need to spread, and he'll get us in our TARDIS and just take us there.
Okay.
it's only like in Renaissance or medieval times when they just go out in the sea and go exploring. They could be gone for years.
Yeah,
Okay,
back when the Earth used to be flat, and they just go out
I mean,
into
the
the
Earth
sea.
is still flat.
Oh,
The
is
Earth
it?
the Earth is flat.
It's a disc.
What's on the bottom of the Earth?
A big turtle.
Ah, we are the belly of a turtle.
No. We're on the top of the shell. It's like Discworld.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
Pandaria.
Yeah. Pandaria is not a turtle.
No, it's
Pandaria
not.
is
That's
on the
signs on.
Yeah, it's a
Can't
separate.
remember the name of the turtle.
Uh,
I think it dies. Is it
And then
dead?
I'll rephrase it: the Monk Legion class hall.
Is it straight up
Okay.
on the back of the turtle?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
just
quite
the Pandaren starting zone, and you can go across all of it. Legion was a good expansion.
yeah.
We've already
How have we
established.
brought Wolf again in an episode?
Well, it's
Every
because
episode.
George's goal.
Because
to
you've
remove...
spent months of your life on Warband.
It's not me bringing it up, though, it's you.
I know, but I like to remember that you spent months of your life.
Okay.
I was thinking about playing WoW the other day.
Oh, I can't do that to myself. Not again.
Yeah, but don't both of you kind of have a little urge to play WoW?
There's a little bit of an urge.
No,
to
I
play
tell you, you've got a
online.
little urge to play WoW. I do.
Shadowlands kind of ruined it for me, I think. No.
No, what ruined it for you, Ben, was having to fucking organise a guild.
Yeah,
That's
but
what-
also Shadowlands is quite bad at the moment.
Is it quite bad? I was enjoying the content. Like, I didn't really give a shit about the story because
They've only just brought out the newest patch.
Oh, really?
It's been almost a year.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but we had
It's like
Targos to
Wars of
keep us
Draenor over
happy.
again.
Oh, so it's just a Warlords of Draenor situation. So we jumped in.
I
at the back.
Pretty
enjoyed
much.
Warlords of Draenor.
You didn't even play it?
I played it when
You
Legion
played it
was
like a
around.
month before Legion came out.
I enjoyed playing it.
Hey, we played
Yeah.
Battle for Azeroth like a month before Shadowlands came out, and I enjoyed that.
To be fair, no, I didn't. I liked the zones in Battle for Azeroth, even though they were really simple. I just
Yeah, no,
enjoyed them.
I just wish they'd done more with like the Horde versus Alliance conflict there. I
Well,
didn't
they
give a
did.
shit
We just
about.
missed it.
No, I mean, I didn't give a shit about the fucking.
Even when I did
about
do it, I played it
Sylvanas.
during the first part, and it was still a bit boring. I thought
mm,
it didn't make sense, most of it. To
well,
be
yeah,
honest.
because their writing team is garbage. You know they're redeeming Sylvanas right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Shadowlands.
What?
Don't you guys
Why?
like Sylvanas?
Can we move on
No,
for a
I
while
hate
now?
that in Heroes of
I
the
wanna talk
Storm,
about it.
before her rework, she used to just get to take the ammo out of your towers straight away, so you've
I don't
got to
understand.
defend a
You've
lane
already
with
said
no
this in a
towers.
previous episode.
I know I've already said it, and I'm bringing it back up. Sylvanas was bullshit before that rework. I
Okay.
remember just picking her and just winning comp games just because I played Sylvanas.
And that was how you qualified and therefore got into top 500.
Nah, I was a Lunara man.
Can we move on, please?
No, we've got to go talk about Heroes of the Storm. I want to see how long you can
We're
go.
almost
Guys.
an hour and a half in, and we've still got another question left.
Guys, let's all download and
And
play
remember,
Heroes of the
you're editing
Storm.
this one, Frank.
It's fine. It's fine. Benjamin, what is your question?
Okay. So, do you guys have a bucket list?
Mine's to get to top 500 EU players in Heroes of the Storm.
Do you
Wow,
want
you
to do
can
that?
die now, happy.
I
You
can
finish your
die.
bucket list? Is that
I've
it?
finished. I don't know. I've never really thought about a bucket list because I'm not really planning on dying yet.
Yeah, I
Well,
know
it's
what
not
you mean.
about the bucket list. Isn't there to say are you planning on
Yeah,
dying?
but I don't really think about death in the first place.
Yeah, I'm the
That's
same.
not to say I can't just pass away whenever, because
I don't
sometimes
think
it just
it's-
happens.
I don't think it's about that. It's more about like what do you actually want to do in your life?
Yeah, but
I
You
just
don't
want
have
to be
goals for
happy.
yourself.
You know what, Ben? I don't have goals, else I'll probably be more successful than I am. I feel
I
like I
know one
need to
thing
set
that's on
myself goals.
Frank's list that I'd want to do though. Is learn archery.
oh, I do want to do that.
So that's a bucket list thing for you, isn't it?
Is that a bucket list thing? If it's just something I guess I kind of want to do. Yeah, I want to learn how to use arch. I'd like to learn how to use a bow. I'd like to just do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, so that's a
Um,
bucket list. Item.
Riding a horse would be cool.
Do you want to do
ooh.
that before you die?
I would like to finish
maybe.
painting all my Warhammer models before I die.
I mean, if you want
Yeah,
to
but
put that
then
on your
you'll
list,
never
sure.
die because you'll just never paint them.
Exactly. This is my unfinished business, George. I get to be a ghost forever.
How many models have you finished painting?
How many have you bought?
How much money have you spent?
We're not talking about this, okay?
I want
We're not-
how many models have you actually finished painting? Like actually finished done? Do you know?
It's easily like not even a fifth.
And you count the amount on one hand?
No.
Two hands?
How many armies?
I'd have to start looking.
Oh.
I'd
Okay,
have to start
so
looking through like case. There's a lot.
Frank, you need to paint Warhammer. That's your
What?
bucket list.
Is that? Yeah. I'll finish my armies. That's what I'll do. One of my bucket lists is I want to finish every D&D campaign. I've got the idea of. I want to
how
do.
many ideas do you have?
I've got like a bunch currently. I want to finish Tokyo Ghoul that I'm running right now, which has currently been on a really long hiatus just because I've been struggling with writing. Primarily because fuck, I don't know what's going to happen now. I want to do the super. I want to
I
do
was
the
just about to
super.
say, what happens when you see another cool anime that you like the premise of, and then you have a new idea? Like,
Well-
I want to make a Berserk campaign.
I don't. I feel like a Berserk campaign I won't be able to run.
There is a horse demon. What do you do?
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that tactfully in an RPG. Like I just
Yeah.
can't. It's something I can't really run.
Berserk's
But-
too dark and deep for your campaigns.
Firstly, I didn't like how backhanded that sounded.
Well, you're a very light-hearted person, Frank, and it portrays in your D&D. You like the comedy aspect more than the.
I do,
Ooh, this is
yeah.
dark and
Like it's
gritty.
there that I'm like completely like this is a grim entire reality. My D&D settings kind of work off Marvel movie logic, where shit's fucked, but we're still gonna have a quip. Like
And then one person mentions one thing, and now it's canon. And you realise how stupid this one canon thing is.
yeah, but it's canon now, so it
Yeah.
exists. The fact that Alfie's character in the most recent one is from Castle Fjord.
No one's going to understand that.
No one's gonna get that.
No.
Like, but it's just funny.
You've also got a cleric for Jesus as well.
The cleric of
In your
Jesus. Who I've,
fantasy world.
yeah, I've had to rename him. I'm having to retcon that, like, blatantly. I'm just going, no, that was stupid. I shouldn't have allowed it. It's one of the few instances of me as DM having to go, no, that didn't happen.
But you've
Fuck
already
off.
put the commandments in there as in your world.
Is it
There
just called the Master now instead?
Yeah, it's called the Martyr now. And it's basically
Ah.
just the Church of Jesus.
Did he do the same miracles as Jesus?
Yes. But he's not called Jesus, he's called the Martyr.
Okay.
Yeah, but the problem with Jesus in D&D is more people than Jesus can walk on water
Yeah, like, Jesus is just a
and
cleric.
create food.
But he was
And
just
Yeah,
really
create food.
charismatic. So
Create
it
food
convinced
and
everyone.
water. Water walk.
Anyone could be Jesus in D&D.
Resurrection. Like, all
Yeah.
of these are spells.
Yeah, but he was so charismatic, it convinced everyone he was the son of God.
That's true. That's just a bard.
So God exists
Jesus
in
was
your
a
campaign
bard.
as well. Jesus was a bard. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, going back to
Jesus
bucket
was, a
list.
bard is, Jesus was a bard is the name of this episode.
Do you
I'm
not-
not-
Is it not
Bucket list.
Milkman?
Milkman!
Milkman.
I do love Milkman. It's a shame that he joined ISIS. This is a problem.
Oh, we have to make Frank Milkman now in the thumbnail.
You also have to make me look like a member of ISIS.
Oh, no, I'll do that.
No, don't do that. That's a bit too far. It's a bit too far.
So is Milkman's outfit that of a milkman?
Let's stop talking about
Can we go
Milkman.
back to the bucket list then?
Milkman is in my bucket list. This conversation about Milkman is in my fucking bucket list, Ben.
Do you like how milkmen still exist? Like when I don't see him anymore, but when I used to like drive to work early in the morning, I'd see the milkman in the little red van.
Yeah.
Well, not van, but like what's it, flatbed with all the
When I was
milk in the
doing the
back, and
night
they'd have
shift
to
at-
drop off milk, and it's like, oh, that's cute.
We
When I
used
was
to have one.
When I was doing the night shifts at Mackey's, they'd on occasion drive round, and they'd get orange juice, and I was like, could get some milk.
Sorry, did you used to work at McDonald's?
I've already said this on another episode of the podcast. Don't
Wait,
worry,
you worked at McDonald's? Did you
You've
enjoy it?
known. Shut up, prick. You know about this.
Yeah, I do know.
Okay.
Right.
So, do you not have any like activities or places you definitely want to go in your life?
I want to
Uh,
travel a bit.
I want to go to Akihabara and buy figurines.
I'd like to go to Japan.
Have you
Nice.
seen the Trash Taste where the 5th episode or whatever it was, they just went to Akihabara and bought figurines? I want to do that. Let's do that for this podcast. Let's go to Akihabara and buy figurines.
Okay, if we got to the point where we could write it off as a business expense, sure. But like,
Well,
If we
let's
start
do it.
vlogging.
yeah,
Let's do it.
like
Well, they recorded it. We could record it.
I'd love to go to Japan, or I'd love to visit a lot of places in the world.
Just can't go to that forest and vlog.
No,
You can go.
Wear the
Oh,
hat
no,
and
you can't
everything.
vlog there. You can't
I'll
vlog
wear
there.
the hat and everything, guys. I'll wear the
Let's not bring him up. No mention of a hat or anything. I don't want to talk about this.
Oh.
That's happened years ago now, and you're bringing it up. Oh, man. Do you remember when that first happened?
Yeah, I do.
Jeez.
Man, my favorite thing about about that guy is that he just keeps doing shit like that, but no one gives a fuck. And like, if you're a small channel on YouTube, you'll get instantly demonetized for just saying a swear.
Well,
But
it's
he's
like
allowed-
saying
Yeah.
Filthy Frank was as big as he was, and you couldn't do that anymore. But I mean,
Oh, man.
personally, I like Filthy Frank.
I found Filthy Frank's videos entertaining.
I found them educational.
I did like his videos.
I did
on
learn
learning
bits of
Japanese.
Japanese from him, from his
Thank you.
Japanese 101.
Thank you, Eye of the Dubs.
You know what? That's what I want to do before I die. Learn a second language. I feel very ignorant only knowing one.
Okay. Which language would you want in particular?
British Sign Language.
Oh, you can learn sign and speak to me.
No,
We can have a little code.
I don't know. I just want to learn it. I feel like I'd probably learn Japanese because I've started learning it so many times and dropped it so many times. But it's just because I can't see myself using other languages, but I do watch anime, so it'd be nice to just listen to anime and not have to read it. Which I know sounds like the most stupid thing to do to learn a language. I want to learn a
Okay.
language so I can watch anime without reading subtitles. Which when you
Why
say
don't you
out
just
loud,
read the fucking
mean-
subtitles?
well, what if I want to watch it casually and just listen to it in the background?
You can watch things casually with subtitles.
Yeah, but what if I want to do what if I want to watch it on my second monitor and I want to like play a video game on my first monitor?
Can you not like see subtitles out of the corner of your? Okay, this may
I cannot read whilst playing I cannot read on a second monitor whilst playing a video game that I'm probably got subtitles enabled on anyway. I can't read two lots of subtitles on different screens at the same time. I can't like make my eyes split apart. One reading one set of
You're
subtitles.
clearly not fucking paying attention to the thing you're watching anyway.
Yeah, but I
you
like
don't,
doing
you
that.
understand, Frank. You don't have second monitor.
Yeah.
I know what
Look
you're
at me, I don't have enough room for a second monitor.
I genuinely
Just
don't.
buy more space.
Just buy more space. That's how it works.
Why don't you just get a smaller bed and a bigger desk?
My bed is already a single bed.
Just get a wall mount and put it on your wall next to you.
What,
Yeah.
my bed?
No, you monitor.
No, what you did you get a bunk bed that's got a desk underneath it?
Oh, I used to have one of them.
I used to have one of them. It was great.
Yeah,
Can you get a double bed bunk bed?
Yes.
I assume so.
That's cool.
Yeah, Frank, get a double bed bunk bed with a desk underneath it and then a desk behind you for your Warhammer painting. And then you have a camera set up where you record yourself painting Warhammers.
I'm not good enough to.
Well,
for
get
that
good.
to-
How can
Do
you not
more
be good
often.
enough? How many models do you have?
A lot.
How many have you
I'm currently
painted?
looking at 48 unpainted skeleton warriors.
They're only skeletons, just paint them white.
Well, I've got like a couple finished ones. I'm not gonna start getting out my Warhammer. We're not gonna do that
No.
today.
Okay.
But
Can have a
bucket
Warhammer
list wise-
special.
So, is
I
there any
don't
like things you want to learn, like archery? You said before.
I'd like to do archery. I'd like to visit another country. Maybe learn another language. But
Any
I feel like
any specific countries?
I'd like to go to Japan. I'd like to visit.
Would you like to go to space?
It's not a country.
I never said it was a country. I just asked, would you like to go to space?
Part of me wants to visit Jerusalem, like purely out of curiosity. Just because there's a lot
Okay.
of like history and shit that's very important to a lot of people there. I'd like to see those places.
Hmm. Do you know in Japan you can go to see the grave of Jesus? It's an
I don't
actual
think-
thing.
I don't think Jesus died in
What?
Japan.
No, there's like a place and they've got the grave of Jesus and it has a load of like information on it of like how Jesus came to Japan and died there. This is actually a thing.
canon in the Bible?
I don't know. I don't think it's canon in the Bible, but there is actually a place that claims that it's the burial ground of
Does it support
Jesus.
the proof?
Well, to
I
be
don't
fair,
think so.
the Mormons did that as well. Like the Mormons have a whole second book of Jesus.
I think Jesus died in Yorkshire.
I think Jesus died in the Middle East, where it said that he died, and all these shit happens in religions. Apparently, it all happens down in the Middle East. It just goes down.
Well, that's where more of humanity used to be down there. I said down there. But you know what I mean? More like Africa, way,
Yeah,
more like
humans originated in
Central
the-
Europe, like
Well,
around the
you say this.
Mediterranean.
A fertile crescent.
You say this, but by the point of like your Jesus stories and stuff like that, like humanity was pretty widespread. Like there was already mass
Well,
populations.
yeah, there were still like people in China and Japan and I don't know. There would have been people in Australia, but there weren't.
Yeah, but like
History didn't
humans,
write about them really.
humans as a species originated in like Mesopotamia, northern Africa, sort of area, and they all spread out during the Ice Age. But like Western civilization started in Mesopotamia.
Maybe it is all documented and we just don't know about it because we never got taught about it in school. Because why would we learn about them?
Well,
That's
some
true.
stuff were, but they got burned in the Library of Alexandria, didn't it?
It's just the second time the Library of Alexandria has come up.
Yeah.
I think you're obsessed. Is your bucket list to get the Library of
Did
Alexandria?
you know that in the
Find
Library
it.
of Alexandria there was a schematic for a steam engine?
Yes, I
Really?
did.
I didn't know that.
Let's just bring back old podcast episodes.
We're eventually just going to stop
God.
recycling topics. We're just going to swap questions at some point.
You know what? The 2 episodes I've edited so far, we've had 2 of the same things mentioned exactly the same way in both of them. My bucket list is to make a podcast episode where we don't refer back to any other podcast episode.
Oh fuck! So wait, that's just the first episode.
Done.
Ah, good. I can
It's completed it again.
I can pass away in peace.
I can die now. Complete it, mate.
I am rest in peace. I'm not going to come back as a ghost to fulfill
Just
my bucket
fades
list.
away. Just fades out.
Well,
I
for
don't really
me-
have a bucket list. But
Yeah, go on.
what
Let's
do you
have. Let's see what
I've
Ben
got-
wants to do.
there's loads of places I want to go in the world. Like, I'd like to see the Northern Lights. I'll
Fuck,
probably
that's
go
a good
to like
one.
Norway or something and do that. I want to go to Iceland as well, so I'd probably do it there. I'd like to see all the world wonders. If it's in Civ, I'll go see it.
If it's in what? That's a lot more than
That's a
usually. You
lot of
have the
wonders.
7 world wonders.
Seven
now-
world wonders are all Greek, and they're pretty much all gone.
The problem with the Civ wonders though is not all of them are still around.
I know.
Are you just gonna go to the point they
Just
were?
like the 7
in
world
what's
wonders.
here?
Yeah.
What, so
Where
you
are
want
the
to see
Hanging
like the
Gardens of
pyramids of
Babylon?
Giza, the mausoleum of Halicarnassus?
Isn't the mausoleum's pretty much gone now, it's just ruins.
Well, yeah, you can go see the ruins.
Yeah. Go see the Parthenon. I've already seen Statue of
You can see
Liberty.
Statue of Rhodes. Oh, is it not called
Rhodes
Statue of
is,
Rhodes?
Rhodes is gone.
Yeah,
Colossus is gone.
Oh, is it?
Pretty sure it's not there anymore.
Yeah, Colossus and Rhodes fucking went ages ago.
Yeah.
I'm,
Statue of Zeus is one of World Wonders, I think. I don't know if
the
that's
only
still
reason
there.
I know them is because I own the 7 Wonders board game.
It's a good board game.
It is a good board game. You know what? We've never played my version of it.
We should
We've only
play it.
played it when we went. Yeah, let's all play it, guys.
Yeah,
Now.
sure.
Are you doing anything this evening?
I'm a bit busy this evening. I might be able to squeeze it in.
There's another thing I want to do as well. I want to go to Nicaragua, which is in Central America.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, I know.
Oh, is that
I-
the?
Yeah, we know. We know.
And
What?
what?
I
do you know?
know. I know what this is gonna be. I know what this is gonna be. Come on, spit it
What?
out.
I
Volcano
was gonna say,
boarding.
is it the waterfall?
Oh, I thought it was
I
gonna
know
be.
that-
boarding.
I thought it was gonna be eating the fucking drug that makes you think you've
Or
died.
ayahuasca. I want to do
Yeah.
that. That's in like Peru or something like that.
Oh, okay. I just said Central America.
So you
Lava
want to
ball.
experience death before death?
Yeah,
mean-
sure.
A taster, isn't it?
I do want to experience ayahuasca. It sounds cool.
Dying sounds great. What did you say it was? Lava boarding or something? Like that?
Volcano boarding.
Oh,
That's what you can do in Nicaragua. You can just like board down a volcano. It looked really cool.
that
I'm
sounds
guessing it's not
bad.
an active volcano where you board on active like
Oh,
lava.
no, it's not lava. It's just like the
So it's
side
just like
of the mountain.
sledging on rock.
Pretty much. But it looked
Oh.
really cool.
I've sledged down
Look it up.
a mud hill before, and it was very uncomfortable. I mean, I did do it on like, do you know like the beds that you can put like loads of plant pots on?
Yeah.
It was one of them, but without the plants on, and we just went down a hill on it. It was a dry hill as well. We just sort of went down it. Yeah, good old days. Simpler times. Where you could go and play in mud.
So my bucket list is containing a trip to Japan, archery. I've immediately forgotten more D&D and finishing all my Warhammer. George,
I'd
what
like-
would you say is on yours?
I'd like to have kids before I die and raise
No.
kids.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. I wouldn't count that
Yeah.
as part of my bucket list because, like, there's a lot of situations that have to come. Firstly, someone has to be able to tolerate me enough to have children with me.
Yeah.
Which
I'm sure
so-
you've got fans by now. We're on episode 8. Don't fuck
I-
the fans.
I'm not gonna fuck the fans. That would be bad. Don't fuck fans. I'm not certain people.
I've got a fan here. Shall I stick my dick in it?
Don't stick your dick in it.
It's not turned on.
Oh well, that's.
But
a
I'd like to leave something behind, whether it's, I don't know, a film, a book. It's just something behind that's
A
made
podcast.
Oh,
by
you
me.
got a podcast.
I'd like to leave something interesting behind, something entertaining, something that people will want to watch or experience.
Okay. You know, I'd like to learn an instrument.
Well, I was
Oh,
thinking
that's
about this
funny.
recently. Because I have my brother's old guitar, but the string, I picked it up to like, thought, I can learn to play the guitar. But the strings are very rusty and very sharp. I don't know how they've gotten sharper in their rusty state, but it hurts to slide your finger across them. And I'm scared I'm going to like slit my fingers open on these rusty strings and get like Yeah, so like, do I buy some more strings, string the guitar up, and then just like learn the guitar?
Might as well.
I think I'd learn drums. I think I'd be good at drums.
Also, remember with a guitar, you're generally using a pick, not just your.
No, but it's not
I mean, when
strumming
you're
the
putting-
guitar; it's moving your fingers across the strings. As do you know? As you, I don't know.
Oh
touch the
yeah. Oh,
frets and
that's
that.
sharp.
Yeah,
Oh.
and they're all
okay, yeah.
rusted. Like the entire strings are rusted.
So it's just a tetanus fucking like.
Yeah. Hmm.
So you want to learn an instrument, and Ben, what's yours?
Drums.
Ah, okay.
I'd like to
What
learn them.
type of drums?
Just the basic drums.
Steel-
Like the marching
steel
band
bands.
drums.
So learn the steel.
No, just
band.
like an old drums you have in a band.
What are normal drums?
I don't know. I don't know about drums.
He's not learned yet. He wants to learn first.
You want to play the drums in a rock band?
Yeah, those kind of drums.
Why don't we form our own band?
If we want.
Do any of us have a good singing voice?
My
What
little
song
sister
I
can
sing?
sing.
Yeah, just Yeah, what sort of music did your sister sing?
I don't know. She's into
Anime
like.
OPs.
Anime opening.
She could be now. She's a weeb now, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I've seen
You
what's been
sounded so
recommended for her.
disgusted. You sounded so like, oh, she's a weeb.
I
now."
walked into her room over there and she was watching anime.
It's watching in a living room now, so everyone has to see it.
Oh,
What are you gonna do? You can't escape it, Ben. You may as well should
Yeah.
enjoy it with her.
yeah, just start watching anime.
Yeah, Ben.
Just
Do
walk
you
into
know?
the room and be like, "Why is your anime taste trash?" I'll have you know, Cowboy Bebop.
I've not watched Cowboy Bebop.
The fact that Cowboy Bebop wasn't on that recommendation list is a fucking crime. I'm not. Gonna
Yeah, but it's all like the past decade of anime.
I don't give a shit.
It had Akamega Kill on there, Frank. I wouldn't recommend Akamega Kill to anyone.
Okay.
I
Okay,
want to
wonder
make
if
the
I'd like
anime
to do on my
before I
list.
die.
I got-
Another thing on my bucket list is get Ben to watch anime.
Yes.
It's honestly a bucket list item for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get Ben to enjoy an anime. Not just watch it, enjoy it.
Well, that's gonna be difficult though.
I know we know plenty of animes that he'll enjoy. You just won't watch them.
That's true. So what we need to do is get Ben at gunpoint and then force him to watch an anime.
Yes.
So is that all our bucket lists? Would we say?
I'd like to learn how to fly a helicopter or like a prop plane.
Well, you know what, Ben? I've got the superpower that allows me to become a helicopter.
What size allows to fly you?
No.
That's a bit oddly sexual. I won't lie.
Oh no, he's grabbed my joystick. Is that what they're called in helicopters? What they're called?
Yeah.
They're
I
called
thought you meant
joystick
Flies.
the name of a cock.
flight stick.
Is that what they
Uh,
call it?
Yes, I was
Joystick?
referring to my cock as a joystick, and Ben was controlling me. Haha. I don't like the little
Where are the
grin that Ben
buttons?
got on his face when I said that sentence.
Where's the button?
Ah, yes.
Where's the buttons on your
Oh my
cock?
god.
No, you just like because you don't really have button. Well, it depends.
You got joystick. Like there's some of them have got a trigger.
Do helicopters have throttles?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure they use throttles, don't they? And you like throttle
I
up the
think
propeller.
so.
What would be my throttle?
Right, we're leaving this before we start in-depth describing
Okay.
your cock on the podcast.
You
But
know
we're
where else
saying-
I'd like to go? I'd like to go to Mount Kilimanjaro, climb the top of it.
Oh,
I almost did it.
Why not
when I
Mount
went,
Everest?
because I don't want
That's
to
a
do
very
that. There's a bit of a difference between
Is
Everest
that
and
too big for
Kilimanjaro.
you?
well, Kilimanjaro you can get to the top of. Everest will just kill you.
Yeah.
Well, clearly you're weak.
I don't think I
Yeah.
could make it to the top of Everest.
I think with training, anyone could. As long as they don't have a condition that means they physically can't get that high.
I don't think I'd want to go to Everest, really.
I mean,
I'd
it
see
would
the
be a bit of a
Himalayas, but I won't want to climb to the top of it.
Yeah, what if you imagine this, Ben? You're on the tallest point of the earth. No one can be higher up than you right now,
planes.
apart from people in planes. No one can be standing on the
Can
earth.
planes
and
go
be
that
higher.
high?
Yeah,
I thought Everest was too high
if we can get
because
things into
the air
space.
is very thin up there.
Yeah, but the thing about planes is they use turbines, and turbines don't work in space because you need air to circulate through them. So if you take if you take a Boeing 747 into space, it will stall immediately.
and everyone on it immediately dies. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I don't really have a bucket list.
Okay.
I guess I want to.
Everest stands at 29,000 feet, and airplanes fly at 30,000.
No, so it's just
Plenty of clearance, 1,000 feet.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Why don't they just land planes on Everest and people can just get out and then?
I don't think that's
Just
a good idea.
parachute on top of it.
Oh, you could. You see, you could do that.
I think 1,000 feet is far too short for a parachute. I won't lie.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like base jumping.
Do you think you could base jump on top of Everest?
I could go like bungee
Well, not
jumping.
practice,
That'd be fun.
yeah.
Bungee
Well,
jumping.
you want to
You can't
bungee
bungee
jump
off a plane.
from an
No, I'm
aeroplane?
talking about like bucket list stuff.
Oh, bucket
Sir.
list. Okay.
You're being dragged behind the back of a plane on a bungee cord. My bucket list is to witness Frank doing that.
I think I'm jumping out with a parachute. It's a bungee
Oh.
cord. I'm like, oh,
I mean,
fuck.
you realise, why does this parachute have a big cord coming from me? You know, let's just jump out of this plane. I'm sure it'll be fine.
When the plane goes to land, they're gonna like, oh, fuck.
I know we've got to drop Frank off slowly first and not drag his face across the across the runway.
I have to get down like while running, and then like as you're moving quite slowly, I've got to like then disconnect.
Yeah, but most of
Slowly.
the bungee jumps cut off of your feet, so your feet are tied together. So you're just hopping behind the plane.
Oh fuck! I can't hop at like 4 miles an hour. Like this isn't gonna work.
I'm sure you could do 4 miles an hour. Not for long, but I'm sure you could do it.
Right. So that's everyone's bucket lists.
Well,
Yeah,
don't
I
really
mean,
have
I've
one.
got a lot more things on like destinations I want to go to, but I'm not going to list it all because we are coming close to 2 hours.
That's fair. We can get into destinations and things we'd visit another time.
I
But
want to witness
Okay.
all of the WoW expansions before I die.
so it's fine. Blizzard is dying, so you'll eventually see the end.
I want to see the rebirth of Heroes of the Storm.
A shame that you'll
Never
never
die,
see.
lad.
Bucket list will always be unfinished.
Yeah, you get it. If you want, we could play Heroes of the Storm with you, George.
No, I don't want to play that game anymore.
Good.
The game's been and gone. I tried to get Ben to play it with me, we're rubbish.
Rude, but okay.
Sorry, I was revising for my A-levels.
I wasn't, I was playing Heroes of the Storm.
I also wasn't revising for my A levels. But yeah, we've
Frank
been the
was out there
confused-
getting laid.
I
We'll leave it at that.
yeah. We've been the confused Yorkshireman. I've been Frank,
I've been Ben.
And I've been George.
and we hope to see you next week. And we hope you enjoyed. See ya.
Don't
Bye.
forget to subscribe, guys, and like and comment and all that healthy
Smash
stuff.
that like button. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. Like I ain't gonna ask them.
Don't
that
forget
question.
to dislike this video if you dislike us.
Don't forget to dislike this video if you think the George smells.
I smell quite nice, actually. I've got some aftershave on at the moment.
Oh, what kind?
Yeah. It is.
Can we end the episode, please?
We're ending the episode now. Bye.
Yeah.